today. Wow, I'm just double checking on my personal phone just to see what we got. Make sure that we're live. Hi, everybody. Please, if you know you're there, let me know. I need, please let's know where you're, tuning in from. I want to make sure that we are here live. Hello, hello. Let's see here. I want to make sure that we're on. So I'm trying to double check with my personal phone. Got one person already. Hi, everybody. So, I'm glad you're here. This is it. This is it. So, thank you all for joining. Please, as you come in, let me know where you're, tuning in from. Let's know. It will be awesome to know where you all are, joining. I would love to know so I can connect with us. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Please let me know that you can see me or you can hear me, because I'm still trying to. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Can you all hear me? Let me get my earpiece. Maybe that will help a whole lot better. Hello, everybody. Is it a better feedback? Can you all hear me much better? I want to test that. Let's see if I can hear myself. Okay, here we go. Well, this is it. My day of purpose. Here it is. I am so glad to be here with you guys. So glad. I've been looking forward to today. It's been a journey. So let me tell you in advance, I'm scared, okay? It's scary, especially when you're going live. I just want to be as real as I can. All right, guys? It's a scary thing for me, and I'm trying to come out of my comfort zone. Hi, Jessica. Thank you. Oh, you can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you all for joining. I'm so honored to be here tonight. I've been talking about, posting my day of purpose and my day of purpose. You know what? We want to know what is your day of purpose today, Comfort. So you got to tell us. But I would like to introduce myself. I will start by introducing myself. My name is Comfort Mwaboso. I'm a proud mother of 3 kids. I've got 3, and of course married. And I'm also, I'm a purpose-driven coach. It's my passion to see, women, especially mothers, or grandmothers, going all out with, to pursue their purpose. That is just, it does something to me. I love it. Instead of saying, oh, I'm too old, or, oh, I can't do anything right now. No. You can do something. No matter how old you are, you can do something. And you know what? I was thinking about it. I'm like, honestly, what would I even call myself? I think I'm a cheerleader. I really think I'm here to cheer the moms and also to cheer myself. I'm here to cheer us on, to say, listen, guys, we can do it. Whatever is that dream, that thing in your heart, you can do it. And you don't have to postpone it. Somebody said, waiting is not a strategy. Oh, I'll wait until later. No, it's not a strategy. Whatever you got to do it today, because tomorrow might be too late. And we know that tomorrow is not guaranteed to anybody. It's not a guarantee at all. So whatever you have to do it today. Don't postpone your joy. Don't postpone your happiness. Enough of that. We've done enough of that, especially as moms. We've done a lot of, and we give all these different excuses. But I'm here to say it's time for us to go all out and pursue that dream, that purpose. Oh my goodness. Oh, Frida, my cousin. Oh my God. Hi, Oluchi. Thank you for joining. Thank you. So I'm here tonight to say, guys, that when I started having the burden to go live, to begin to talk about what this is going to be about, something that stood so strongly in my heart is the need for me to tell a little bit about myself, because I realized that the only way that people can truly connect with me is when I tell my story. So my story will encourage somebody. I hope it will encourage somebody to say, you know what, if she did it, I can do it. Or if she's doing it, then I can do it too. So, when I think about my story, hi Sandra, thank you so much. Thank you. I know you're, tuning in from the Eastern Zone, which is 10 p.m. your time. I really do appreciate you joining, Sandra. Thank you so much. I just want to start by telling a little bit story, and as the weeks unfold, more stories will come. But for today, I was thinking about how it all started for me. Growing up with a separated parents. I grew up not having my parents together. My mom pretty much raised myself, and my sister and I, and so. My dad was not there really, because at this point that my dad has remarried to another woman. He was having kids, and so I pretty much grew up with my mom. And I remember, for those of us from Africa, I remember my mom would always say things like, I want you guys to turn out to be good kids, so that tomorrow they would not say, kids that are raised by women are useless. And I will hear that over and over and over again. And and as a child growing up, I said, you know what, I'm not gonna get my life messed up. I'm going to make my mom proud. I had that in mind. I'm like, no matter what, I'm going to make her proud, because she went through a lot with us as a mother, as a single parent, not having the support system as your husband by your side. And so she would remind us over and over, I don't want you guys to, turn out not to be good kids, and then tomorrow they're going to blame me that, this and that. So as a child, I growing up, I've always desired to do so much more for my life. I know shortly before I came to the U.S., I had finished my first degree in Nigeria. And so I did accounting, I did my first degree in accounting, and I was about to write my charter. It's actually Institute of Chartered Accountant, which is ICANN. It's the body that governs ICANN. So it's like you have to take this exam that will make you a chartered accountant. And I was just about to write that when I had to come to the United States. And so, because I'm a go-getter, I just wanted to do so much more. I wanted to make my mom proud, of course my dad too, and so shortly after that, I came to the United States, and I went into banking. I remember coming in, and I was told everywhere I went, oh, you got to become a nurse. You got to become a nurse. And I'm like, okay, well, let me try it. So I went in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't, this is not for me, I tried, but I know this is really not for me. It was hard because I can't stand blood. I don't know for you guys, can you all stand blood? Because I cannot. Blood was just something that, I think now that I'm a mom, I've gone through so much, I think I'm beginning to toughen up a little bit. But then, this was 15 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot deal with any blood. Please get me out of here. And I actually left the nursing, and then I went into banking. So I've been in banking for 14 years, approximately. And then recently, I left the banking sector to go into insurance. So right now I work in an insurance company, and so, but one of the things that became a turning point for me, and people want to say, why are you putting this together? What is your purpose? What's the purpose for all of this? I know I remember having a live about a few days ago, and I said the pandemic happened for you and to you. It happened to everybody, that's just the truth. But also it happened for us. So why people are complaining and all of that, I look at the pandemic today and I said, oh, thank you, Jesus, for this pandemic. I'm glad, because what it did for me, it made me slow down. So I'm really grateful. And I'm sorry I know some of us have we lost loved ones, and, maybe going through this pandemic time, a hard time at this time in our life. But the truth is, it's the way you take the issues that come to you. How do you take it? So I remember, when I went to work one day and they said, hey, everybody pick up your laptops and your monitors and everything that you need. You're going to be working from home from now until further notice. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is serious. This pandemic is really serious. And we all left. And believe it or not, I've still been working from home since then. But one thing I want us to understand that the pandemic did for me was that it made me slow down. So because, now that we're at home, you're not rushing to go to work. You're not, running all this helter-skelter that we do. The kids are home with you. So you're not trying to take them to one daycare or school or this. You're just home. And I began to ask myself some questions. And I said, comfort. After it's said and done, after all is said and done, what would you say that you came to this earth to do? What did you come to do? Oh, I got married and I have children and I went to work and what else? Nothing more. And that gave me a real concern as a person. And it took me back to the many years ago, how I used to, desire, how I used to, I used to have this desire that I'm going to be an accountant, a chartered accountant for that matter. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You have all these dreams and aspirations. And I look back in my life and I ask myself, what happened to all of that comfort? What happened to you? I'm hoping you would ask yourself the same question tonight. What happened to you? What happened to that passion that you used to have? To that dream in your heart? You were known for a go-getter. What happened to you? Oh, we can give excuses. It's life. I got married, or I did, whatever it is that things like that. Things happen, truly. But I'm here when I introduced myself, one of the things I called myself was a cheerleader. I am a cheerleader. I am here to cheer you on and to cheer myself, to say, you know what? Wherever we have buried that dream and that purpose, we need to go back and get it out. Because at the end of the day, when you stand before your maker, they're not going to ask you how many children did you have, how many jobs did you do, how many this. None of that will count in the light of eternity. The only thing that will count is, with what I gave you, what did you do with it? What did you do with it? With everything that I gave you. Either the beauty, the voice, the handiwork. Some of us are very good as moms, or as women, we're very good, or grandparents, we're good with things. What happened to all of that? So I have a desire to come every week to say, you know what, ladies, we can do this. And for those of us that are men out there, you can rise again. You can do it. Try it again. You say, oh, I tried it. Oh, many years ago. Some of us will give this. Oh, many years ago I did that. You know, it doesn't really work. No, go and try it again. Go try it again. It might work. What if it works this time? What if it works? So I'm here tonight to encourage us. Remember, your life is worth so much more than what you or me were settling for right now. Our lives are worth so much more. So my question to you is, what is your purpose? It's for you to answer. What is your purpose? Are we here to mark time? You know, some of us, we mark time by waiting for retirement. You know, I'll work for 40 years and then I will retire and then I would, you know, it's like, is that what life is all about? Retirement? And then maybe wait for Social Security, maybe, if we still have Social Security at the time. Because with what we have today, I doubt if we're going to have any of that. So what is your purpose? Like I said, the pandemic, it happened for me. And I hope it happened for you also. It was a good thing in disguise. Because I slowed down for the first time in 15, thereabout years that I've been in the United States. I slowed down and I began to ask myself some deep and real questions. Comfort, what are you here doing? What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? Because at the end of the day, nobody cares how many kids you have, how many, whatever you have. It's what did you do? What impact? Remember, the purpose of God for your life is to make an impact in your generation. What impact did you make? I was listening to this guy that said he lives in Dallas, somewhere in Dallas, and he said that his apartment or his home, whatever the case may be, is close to a cemetery. So with this pandemic, you will see if there's a barrier. So he would always look out from his window to see if, you know, the number of people that are coming or the number of cars that are coming for, you know, somebody that died or whatever. And sometimes you will see maybe 2 people will show up for somebody that passed on, or maybe 3 cars, and then there are some people you'll see cars all over the place. And he said, at the end of the day, impact is what makes the difference. Why would 1 person or 2 people or 3 people show up when you die? Why can't there be many lives that are saying, oh my gosh, because of you, oh my goodness. Purpose is all about making an impact. So my assignment tonight is, what are we here to do? What on earth am I here for? What on earth am I here? Comfort. What am I here to do? And I'm asking you the same question. What on earth are you here for? When you buy a new invented equipment, something brand new that you couldn't really figure out, maybe you just like the thing and you're like, man, I really need this thing. But then you buy it and you bring it home. And you're like, uh-oh, how do I put this thing together? Uh-oh. Some of us, we just go out and we start digging and doing this, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, this is not working. Can I just get the manual? Where is the instruction booklet? And we start looking, and then we get it. Why did we go looking for that? You know why? Because you're not the maker of that invention. So you needed to search and read up what the real inventor, said or instructed on how to put it together. Could that be also the same thing for us as human beings? That the reason for which you were created, at the end of the day, if we must find out how or what I am created for or what you were made to do, we got to go back to God, the creator, the inventor of human being, of our lives. And I just have a couple of scriptures to back that up. I'm going to be using the Message Bible. At the end of the day, it should be, we have to go back to God, the creator, the one that made us, to find out our real purpose. The one that put comfort together like this, that made me who I am. If I truly want to know why I am made this way, I've got to go back to him to say, God, why did you create me? What am I here to do? Am I here to jump around? And at the end of the day, oh, she was such a very nice lady, and we all love her. Is that all I'm created for? God forbid. Colossians chapter 1 verse 16, and I'm reading from the Message Bible. For everything, absolutely everything, above and below, visible and invisible, rank after rank of angels, everything God started in him and finds its purpose in him. Colossians, if somebody can please help me write that down in the live, please feel free to, if you have any question, I may be able to take one or two questions before we call it a day. But it said, everything God started in him and finds its purpose in him. Everything. Including you, including me. Everything. So if we must find our purpose, trust me, we've got to go to our creator, the one that put us together, and say, God, what am I here to do? Why did you put me this way? Why did you design me this way? What is it that I'm here to do? And if we're serious about that, about asking questions like that, and God knows your heart, he will begin to let you know what is the reason for which you were created. I want to quickly read Matthew. I can read Matthew too. Matthew chapter 16, 25. Matthew 16, 25. What am I created for? What on earth am I doing here? And like I said, we've got to start from discovering, why we are put together, why we are made this way. Self-sacrifice. This is Matthew 16. I'm so sorry. Matthew 16, 25. He said, you are not, I think I can just start from 24. Then Jesus went to work on his disciples. Anyone who intends to come with me has to let me lead. Remember, we're using the Message Bible. You are not in the driver's seat. I am. You are not in the driver's seat. God is, not you. He said, don't run after suffering. Embrace it. Follow me, and I will show you how. Self-help is no help at all. I want to help myself. Sometimes, you go to some of these purpose-driven coaches, and, they tell you all of this powerful thing, you got to do this and you got to do that. You got to, discover your job. There are so many things, and they sound good. You even read books on purpose, and they tell you all of these things that you got to do. But at the end of the day, look at this. The Bible says, self-sacrifice is the way, my way to finding yourself, your true self. Self-help is no help at all. Self-sacrifice is the way, my way, in finding yourself, your true self. Self-sacrifice. It's all about Him. If we must find out who we are, we've got to go back to God, our Creator. Remember, today is just our introduction of my day of purpose. There is no way we can find our purpose without God. It's not possible. Instead, we're going to end up jumping from one job to another, hopping from one business to another, doing this, doing all of these acrobatic things that we do, and at the end of the day, nothing to show for it. But God forbid. So tonight, I've come to tell you that the sure way of knowing your purpose is going back to your Creator. To say, God, help me. I need you to help me. I'm going to take this last scripture, Ephesians chapter 1:11. It's in Christ that we'll find out who we are and what we are living for. It's in Christ that we are going to find out who we are and what we are living for. It's so simple. That's it. It's in Christ. My prayer, my desire is that every day or every week, when I come here, I would have said something that we can take home, that we can brood upon. Because at the end of the day, what matters is what did you do? Remember the story of the talents, of the you can call him the king, you can call him the businessman. He was living and he gave different amounts to different of his servants and said, I'm giving you five. You go trade and come back. I'm giving you 2 and giving you 1. And we saw how that played out. 5, he worked on it, he got 5 more. The 2, he worked on 2, he got 2 more. But the one that he gave 1, he said, I know you're a wicked man. How can he be wicked? What did he do? He went and hid it. And we saw how that played out. So my desire tonight, in closing, because I know it's a long day for a lot of us. We got to go home, as moms, we need to rest. Tomorrow is another day. I want to close by saying that if you must find your purpose, you must go back to your Creator. Because that's truly how and where it all begins. That's where it begins. So one of the things I remember when the pandemic happened and I began to, cry out to God, and I was like, God, there's got to be more to my life. And I believe it was the Spirit of God that dropped in my heart to say, listen, get a coach, and how did that even happen? Because I remember watching, now that we are home, we're always on the phone, just scrolling up and down, trying to find something. And I remember stopping, I saw this program on Facebook Live, and it said, it was Miss Emma Bonsmat. She was interviewing this lady, Miss Ify. And, I could see the passion with which this lady, Ify, was talking. And I'm like, man, this lady is on fire. And she has this heart for women, for them to fulfill their purpose and all of that good. And I said, my goodness. So what did I do? I reached out to Miss Emma Bon at the end of the live, and I said, Miss Emma Bon, please, how do I reach this Miss Ify? And she, she gave me the information, and I reached out to her and I said, I need help. I do need help. Because sometimes we need people to come and, cheer us on and say, listen, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Because sometimes that's what we need. because we've just settled. A lot of us have just settled and said, this is it. You know, when one day when the children graduate and they go to college, that's when my life will begin, or this and that. You know, we postponed our future. I can tell you this one thing for sure. If you're not there, the children will survive. They will make it. So don't fool yourself. It's time for you to stand up and say, you know what? I am created for a reason, and that's where you're going to find your true joy. If you ever want to be happy and joyful, it's when you start walking in your purpose. You will see what true joy is about. Because even now, we are dependent on our children, we are dependent on our spouses, we are dependent on this to give us joy. But if you must walk in purpose, that's where you will find your joy. So I reached out to Miss Ife and I said, Miss Ife, I need help. I want to move my life forward. I'm done settling. I'm done. Oh, and she saw how serious I was. She said, are you sure? Okay, well, let's do it. And I got a coach. And trust me, every time I will finish having a session with her, throughout the night I won't sleep. Because she will so drill my mind, she will so make me think and realize how valuable that I am. How impactful my life can get, how the difference that my life can make. And you know what? And she was like, Comfort, God has a purpose for your life. And you cannot, waiting is not a strategy. I remember her saying that to me. It's no more a strategy. Don't use that. Oh, I'm waiting. Some of us say, I'm waiting until I get married. I'm waiting until, no. Do it today. Now. Go for it. So one of the things that Ife and I, we decided to collaborate. To say, you know what, there are women out there that need cheerleaders, that need people to say, let's go, you can do this. You can do this. So we're going to be offering a free 30-minute consultation with you. You may say, I want to know if really this is, because at the end of the day, you want to know if you're a match to us, and we want to know if we're a match for you. So if you want people that will, come beside you and encourage you and, tell you, listen, you can do this. Because I know I needed that. Because on my own, I just couldn't do it. I kept giving excuses upon excuses until I reached out to a coach. And I still have other coaches too, depending on what I'm dealing with. We all need mentors. Even your coach, all your coaches, they have coaches themselves. At every level you are, you need a coach to move on to the next level. I need you to hear that. So sometimes you need that person beside you to say, listen, you can do this. So if you're needing to meet with me, you need a 30 minutes consultation. It's free. There's no amount to be paid. You say, I want to talk to you. You are the person that I'm looking for, because I need to move on to the next level. And remember, I am collaborating with my coach, Miss Ife. We will have a 30 minutes with you, free, no charge. And we will talk with you, find out what you want, and we'll go from there. But if you say, you know what, I don't want this 30 minutes deal, I am in, get me in, that's fine. We have a 3-month program that we offer, and it contains 6 sessions of 90 minutes. 3 months. For 3 months, we'll be beside you. We'll be going with you. I mean, that's how it's got to be. For 6 sessions, and it's for $499 for 3 months. A lot of times, people don't value something if they don't pay for it. So if you say, oh, it's free, people just commonize it. But when you pay money, you will know that truly you are in for this for real. So $499 for 6 sessions of 90 minutes. Every time we meet with you, it's a 90 minutes. And as a matter of fact, I have a private group. We have a private group on Facebook where we'll all actually go in and do our thing. And then if you say, no, I want to go more than 3 months, I need a long time to get this thing figured out, We have a 6 months package too. And it's $899 for 9 sessions. Or actually, as a matter of fact, it's actually 12 sessions, forgive me. And it's 90 minutes every time. I can tell you right now that you and I, we need coaches. We need a coach to come beside us and to move forward. Because if you want to be realistic to yourself, you've tried it so many times and it just didn't work. I knew I had to be accountable to somebody. Like I said, every time I would meet with my coach to talk about the next session, there will be assignments that I need to do. But after every session, it was just I've got to move my life forward. I mean, before it used to be hard for me to read books. Listen, I've got to read. If I've got to do better, I've got to change my mindset. And one of the ways you can do that is by reading. We can't be giving excuses. If it means when the kids go to bed, take at least 30 minutes of your time and just add value to yourself. It will make a difference in the long run. No more excuses. No more excuses. Before I leave, I wanted to ask. I can't see any question. I know. Oh, I see. Oh, wow, Miss Evelyn. Man, oh man, Miss Joy, thank you all for joining. Wow, I want to say try. Okay, Miss Sandra there. Wow, Diane, thank you so much, guys. Oh, Colossians chapter 1 verse 16 was what I mentioned. Thank you, ladies. Oh my goodness, Colossians chapter 1:16, and I remember mentioning Matthew 16:25 and 26. And I read Miss Tracy. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Miss Tracy. God bless you all. Thank you all for joining. Oh wow. Miss Joy, Ephesians 1:11. That's right. That's where I called. I wanted to see if we have any question. You must find your purpose. You must go back to your creator. Yes, Miss Evelyn, you are so right. If you must find your purpose, you got to start with God, the one that put you together. Yes, to find your joy, you must walk in your purpose. Thank you, Miss Tracy. Absolutely. When you walk in your purpose, you will find your joy. Miss Jessica, we all need to find our purpose. Absolutely. Waiting is no longer a strategy. That is so true. Miss Iffy, thank you. Oh my goodness. Great job, Purpose Chaser. Thank you, Miss Iffy. That's my coach speaking right there. Oh, I've got Apostle John too. My blessing. Thank you, woman of God. Thank you so much. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Tracy. God bless you, ladies. I know I didn't see any question for me. And so, well, I'll be back next Tuesday. Now, remember, because of the timing, I'm going to be back next Tuesday at the same time, 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think it's 7 p.m. Pacific Time. So, thank you, ladies. Thank you all for joining. Thank you even for the men that joined. Thank you. I really appreciate every one of you guys. If you have any question, feel free to DM me. Now, for the free session, please, you're welcome to DM me or send, put a comment on this video. You can either put free or I'm ready. I'm ready will be, go ahead and sign me up for the coaching program. Or free will be, hey, I want to have this 30 minutes with you guys to know really if this is what I need to do. Whichever one you decide, feel free to just, send me a DM or message me or put a comment. And trust me, we are here to serve. It's not about making money. So even if you decide you don't want to do it, that's fine. But let it be that in your mind that you've told yourself that 2020, it happened for you and not against you. God bless you all. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Have a good night, everybody.